You've seen the ads, you've heard the hype. But what is Gemini, really? Is it a game changer, or just another chatbot in a crowded field? And more importantly, is it worth your time and, for some of you, your money? That's what we're here to figure out today. We're going to dive deep into Gemini, the AI from Google that's been making waves. We'll talk about what it does well, where it stumbles, and what makes it different from other models you might be using. This isn't a sponsored video, this is my honest, user-based review after spending a lot of time with Gemini. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the slightly frustrating truth. First, let's set the stage. A lot of you are probably coming from ChatGPT or other similar AI assistants. So, what's the big deal with Gemini? Well, Google's pitch is that Gemini is natively multimodal. This means it was built from the ground up to handle more than just text. It's designed to process and understand text, images, audio, and video all at once. Think of it like this: a text-based AI is a person who can only read and write. A multimodal AI is a person who can read a book, watch a movie, listen to a podcast, and understand how they all relate to each other. This is the core promise of Gemini, and it's where we'll start our review. The free version of Gemini, which uses the Gemini 2.5 Flash model, is a very strong contender. It's fast, and it's surprisingly capable for a free product. The first thing you'll notice is its speed. When you ask it a question, the response feels almost instantaneous. And for a free tool, it has a higher rate limit than some of its competitors, meaning you can use it more often without hitting a wall. This is a huge plus for anyone who wants to quickly brainstorm ideas, summarize articles, or get a quick answer without feeling like they're being throttled. But where does it truly shine? In my experience, Gemini's biggest strength is its seamless integration with the Google ecosystem. This is a massive advantage that no other AI model can currently match. If you're a heavy Google user, and let's be honest, most of us are, Gemini becomes a powerful extension of your workflow. It can securely connect to your Gmail, Docs, Drive, Maps, and YouTube. Imagine this: you're planning a trip. Instead of jumping between apps, you can ask Gemini a single, complex prompt like, "Check my Gmail for the confirmation code for my flight to Athens, Georgia, and then find me direct flight options for the return trip a week later from Seattle to Houston." The AI processes this multi-step request, pulling information from your emails and using Google Flights to search for the best options. This is a level of integration that feels truly next-gen. The same goes for work. You can ask it to draft a short bio based on your resume in Google Drive, or summarize a long email chain in Gmail. It can even analyze a PDF of your class notes and create an interactive quiz to help you study. This ability to work across your existing apps and data, securely and efficiently, is a genuine time saver and a significant selling point. Now, let's talk about the multimodal capabilities that are at the heart of Gemini. The ability to analyze images is a big one. You can upload a picture and ask Gemini to identify objects, scenes, or even provide context. For example, you could take a photo of a meal you had at a restaurant and ask Gemini for the recipe, or a photo of a plant and ask it how to care for it. This visual reasoning is impressive, and it's a feature that works well. The video capabilities, particularly with the paid versions, are also a standout. Gemini can break down complex visual and audio elements of a video, helping you to understand the storyline or extract key details. It's not just transcribing the audio, it's understanding the content of the video. The new video generation feature, where you can turn a prompt into a video, is also something that's starting to turn heads, though it's still an evolving feature. So far, so good, right? But here's where we need to get honest. No AI is perfect, and Gemini has its share of drawbacks. The first major issue I've encountered is what I'll call creative limitations. While Gemini can generate poems, stories, and creative content, it often feels unoriginal. The outputs can be repetitive and lack the kind of unique, out-of-the-box thinking that you might get from other models. If you're a writer or a creative professional looking for a truly innovative partner, you might find Gemini's creative side a little bit lackluster. It's good, but it's not great. Another significant drawback, especially for those of you who need it for research, is the sourcing. Gemini does not automatically cite its sources or provide links to factual claims unless you specifically ask it to. This is a major issue. In an era of rampant misinformation, the burden of fact-checking falls squarely on the user. You can't just copy and paste an answer from Gemini and assume it's correct. You have to independently verify the information, which can be time-consuming and defeats the purpose of a research assistant. It's a risk, and it's one you need to be aware of. Let's also talk about the hallucination problem. Like all large language models, Gemini is prone to providing incorrect or misleading information. I've seen it misinterpret prompts, give ambiguous answers, and sometimes just get things plain wrong. This lack of reliability is a real limitation, especially for complex or nuanced questions. You can't blindly trust it, which means you always have to have your guard up. When we compare it to its main rival, ChatGPT, a few things become clear. ChatGPT, particularly the paid versions, is still considered the gold standard for long-form text, code generation, and structured reasoning. While Gemini is catching up, and in some cases even surpassing it in certain coding benchmarks, many users still find ChatGPT's responses to be more accurate and detailed, especially for text-heavy tasks. The context window in Gemini is massive, which is a huge advantage for long conversations, but the structured and more in-depth analysis from ChatGPT often wins out for deep research. The user interface is another point of discussion. While Gemini's design is clean and easy to navigate, some users feel it's not as impressive as other AI tools. This is a minor point, but for an experience that you're going to be using every day, a great UI can make a difference. So, who is Gemini for? If you are a student or a casual user who is already deeply embedded in the Google ecosystem, Gemini is an incredibly powerful and convenient tool. Its ability to summarize emails, create quizzes from your notes, and quickly search across your Google apps is a genuine game-changer for productivity. The free version is more than competent for most everyday tasks, and its speed and higher usage limits make it a great starting point for anyone exploring AI. If you are a creative professional, a developer, or a researcher who needs highly innovative content, detailed code, or impeccably sourced information, you might still find yourself turning to other AI models. Gemini is improving rapidly, but it's not yet the clear winner in every category. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.